Yeah.
Welcome back to another video.
All right, we
Today.
back. We here with Stump and Poop Farquuad, also known as Farquuad Gaming on YouTube. Link in the description. We are here talking about Gotham Knights, but not another Gotham Knights video game talk like commentary again. Well, not necessarily, but it's going to be about the show Gotham Knights.
It's way worse than that.
Because like this show was causing a little bit of problems, honestly. To the point where Scott, I don't know if you know this, there's a Gotham Knights show coming out on CW. The same people that make the Flash. You know, they don't have the best track record when it comes to DC shows, but yeah, they're making a show called Gotham Knights. And long story short, the developers of the Gotham Knights game that is coming out this year had to release a statement saying that their game has nothing to do with that show because it is that bad. It is that bad. The developer of the game had to say that their game has nothing to do with that show.
Nah, that's kind of tragic.
Man, that is horrible.
That's not good at all.
And like in the trailer, Skylar, like so okay. So Gotham Knights, as you see by the game, it's usually like, you know, Dick Grayson, Nightwing, Red Hood, Jason Todd, Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, and either Tim Drake or Damian Wayne for a Robin. They can be interchanged because they both have been Robin.
Right.
In this show, there is no Nightwing, no Red Hood, technically no Batgirl, and there is a Robin, but it's a version of Carrie Kelly. Carrie Kelly is from the Dark Knight Returns comic book, one of the most famous Batman comics ever. It was the blueprint for Batman vs Superman, and she's not canon. So that means that the CW didn't have the green light to use any of the actual famous Robins. So they had to use a version that technically doesn't exist.
Pulled one out of their ass and said, "Oh, this one."
Yeah, they just used the one that doesn't exist, and that's honestly not the worst of it, because their main character is the son of Batman, which that would make you think, okay, that's Damian Wayne, right? That's the blood child of Batman. No, we got Turner Hayes. He's an original character.
They literally got some preppy white kid off the street and say, "Hey, man,
you want to be the son of Batman?"
Right.
Like,
bro,
I kid you not, the amount of stupidity that was on my face can only be described of Saitama being bored in a fight. That is literally what it could be described as. It was Saitama being bored in a fight. In literally, like, the trailer just irradiates that early 2000s, like American Pie meets National Lampoon meets the New 52 of comics. That's how horrible it is. Like these like that trailer radiates them making Lobo a gimp, and it just completely they don't know what they're doing. They just took the IP of Gotham Knights and they're trying to ride its coattails because there is a video game coming out about it. Has nothing. I don't even think it lines in with like the Flash universe, because in that universe Bruce Wayne is missing, but he's not dead.
And
he's missing. Like, he was missing in Batwoman, but he's not dead. And like,
now the fact that they had like the dude, he had Bruce Wayne in a suit and tie with a Batman.
Oh yeah, Batman's costume was just a mask. He was in pedestrian clothing. He died in civilian clothing.
They saw a dude Halloween shopping. He came out with the mask and said, "Bro, he got shot as Batman."
He got that from Party City. This man,
he got the mask from Party.
he got the mask from Party City. That ass.
Was it one just like the front face mask, like there's a string behind it that like could break if you stretch it?
Basically. Now look, the whole thing, because like I was like, you know, when I first heard about the Gotham Knights show making an original character, I was like, okay, they're making an original character. That means that, you know, Warner Brothers didn't let them use some of these characters, so they want to make an original character so they can make the show. All right, okay. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna wait for the trailer to come out, and I'm gonna give it a chance. I saw that Batman was dead. I was like, okay, so they're gonna go Court of Owls. Like they're gonna do like Batman is presumed dead, and they're trying to figure out if they're trying to find out if he's actually dead or not. And then I see the trailer, and Batman's son Turner is hosting a party at Wayne Manor, and it is hundreds of people there, and he's hosting the party. Everyone has seen him there. The cops come to the house and tell him that Batman is dead. His father's dead. He is then arrested for the death of Batman.
It makes no sense.
He is then arrested for the death of Batman.
You know what that writing reminds me of, though? Any writing for the Godspeed arc in the Flash series.
Oh my god, bro! Literally, like, how do you arrest a person who you not only told his father was dead, has hundreds of alibis of him being at a party that not only was he hosting, but he was there when you found him, and the other suspects are the kids of some of Batman's rogue gallery. So we have the daughter of the Joker and the kids of Two-Face.
Oh, and the Riddler's kid, because the Riddler would have a kid.
Yeah.
He doesn't have an ego or anything.
Yeah, we didn't see the Riddler's kid, but the Riddler's kid is supposed to be in the show too. So
wait. When?
That makes no sense.
Kids?
Huh?
When did they have children?
I'm guessing around the time that Batman had a bastard son named Turner Hayes.
That makes no sense for the Riddler to have a kid. Like, he should be the last one to have it. Like, no, man. I understand Joker, because Joker be doing some scandalous
with that.
Joker be doing some scandalous shit. Like, he probably did that shit on purpose. But like the Riddler,
the Riddler. You mean the nigga with the bowler hat? You talking about the nigga from Meet the Robinsons? That Riddler?
Man.
The nigga from Meet the Robinsons? Bro, like,
fuck no.
Like, niggas can't even call the Gotham Knights game ass anymore, because comparatively, this is what we're getting versus what we are actually getting. Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah,
I have not watched the trailer for the Gotham Knights trailer for the game, not the TV show. But I'm not too sure what I'm gonna think about it.
Honestly, I'm more hopeful of the game because it actually uses the actual members of the Gotham Knights.
Right. I'm not a huge DC person. I'm not into the comics like y'all are, but I do know a little bit of my stuff.
At this point, I'm more hopeful for Marvel's Avengers 2 than any of this shit.
God, man. God. It's like, how do you fuck up this badly? Like, you are over here writing Superman and Lois, one of my favorite shows right now. You have Superman and Lois. Where did you go wrong?
And they can't just make a fucking Batman show. Like, why can't they just make a show with Batman in it? Like,
it's always a Batwoman or a Birds of Prey or it's just something else. It's never just about Batman. Like, can we get a Batman? Like, how hard is it to just show this nigga Batman, bruh?
Gotham was the closest thing we got from that. Man, and Gotham is amazing.
Gotham is amazing. But it's like, the CW literally has Superman and Lois. They have The Flash. This season of The Flash is actually half decent. And then you come out with this, and it's just like, you're back to Powerpuff Girls. Like, you're literally back to Powerpuff Girls. Like,
damn near.
Like, you had all this hope for you. You had all this hope. You canceled DC Legends on me. I like DC Legends. You canceled that on me. You canceled Batwoman. It was looking good. You canceled Supergirl. It was looking even better. But then you go and cancel Black Lightning, one of my other favorite shows from the CW. You cancel Black Lightning. Okay, fine.
They canceled Black Lightning?
They canceled Black Lightning.
Damn.
After 4 seasons.
Crazy.
But you cancel all these shows and then greenlight an atrocity.
I'll tell you this though, I guarantee, and y'all can quote me on this shit will not see a second season. If this shit gets released, it's not seeing a second
season. It won't see a second episode. What do you mean? It won't see a second episode.
No cap, but like,
and it's just like, I feel bad for the people involved with this show, because I know that some of the writers that work for the CW actually care about these characters because they have like done actual good storylines with what they have had. Like like this season of The Flash, they use Deathstorm. Deathstorm is like he's technically a part of like the Green Lantern Blackest Night comics, and it's just like they took what they wanted. Like they took the character they needed and they did something on it without having to establish all these other characters. Like they used what they had. Same with Superman and Lois. They don't have a Batman or like a Green Lantern to, you know, like off play Superman like he usually is in the comics. There's no one to off play him. So guess what they do? They just they use what they had. They sent Clark back to Smallville. He's now back in Smallville, living on his family farm. And so it's now a story about a kid from a small town trying to raise his kids in that said small town while also being Superman. You have the ability to take what you have and use it, but then you do Gotham Knights, and it is just like, why? It's just like, why? Yeah,
that I couldn't understand why they look at a show like the Arrow is my favorite CW show. It always will be, just for the last season, the season before, like before the 4th season. I don't want to talk about that though. But anyway, that's my favorite CW show. They look at a show like that and say, "Hey, let's do something different. Right. Let's be woke. Let's." Right. Girl Joker, yeah.
And you can't say that they can't use certain characters, because Arrow literally had Deathstroke, they had Damien Dark, they had everybody. They used like everybody they could. They even had Captain Boomerang before they introduced the Flash. Like they had everything at their disposal, and it was executed perfectly, except for season 4. I don't like season 4. Yeah, but like Arrow, like throughout as a whole, was a great show because they actually you could use the shit they could use. The Flash never had to worry about them not being able to use supervillains. They basically went through his entire Rose Gallery. You had King Shark, you had Gorilla Grodd, Captain Cold, Heat Wave, Mirror Master. Like these are some of the heavy hitters for this nigga. Why can't you get a Robin? You can't even get a Robin.
Apparently, Robin is not alive during this time.
Man, you have Carrie Kelly.
Carrie Kelly,
who's not even in a Robin suit. She's in a kid version of the Batman suit. That honestly looks better than Batman's.
Let me get like.
That's all basically I have. Like I don't want to give this show any more attention, bro. I hope it gets that Morbius treatment. Honestly,
like to me, it just feels like her character. Since it's not canon, obviously they can do whatever they want to. But at the same time, I think her being black is just kind of racist towards me personally, because like you made her black for black people, and let's see what's next. Okay, we watched the show. I can only guess one thing they're going to do next with the girl Joker and the girl Carrie Kelly. They're probably going to be gay. They probably are. Yeah. It's probably going to happen. You know, that's fine. That's okay. But you're forcing this down our throats instead of actually focusing on the story and making the shit that you're putting in the
And that's what happened with Supergirl. They tried to focus too heavily on like diversity and women empowerment, and you took away from like what the show actually was about Supergirl.
Exactly.
But hey, that's the end of my video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hey, check out the link in the description for these niggas channels. Go support them real quick for me, and I'll catch you on the next video. Family tree.